Vinny, good to catch up. Before we speak about this weekend's upcoming game, you obviously suffered what looked like a nasty injury at Birmingham a couple of weeks ago. How have you been since then?
Yeah, feel a lot better now. Obviously, there's been protocols I've had to take, and at the start it was quite frustrating because there was a few setbacks and stuff like that. But now, starting to steamroll through them now, which is good, and hopefully I can be involved on Saturday.
What was it like for you? I think it was 12, 13 minutes that you were down for, but it seemed like you were taken good care of at Birmingham Hospital.
Yeah. Obviously, I was quite dazed and confused with what was going on and stuff like that. But just got to say a big thank you to obviously the Birmingham Football Club and the hospital, and especially Sam and Mick for their help.
What can you actually remember, if anything at all, of sort of what happened?
Just remember the cross coming in, and then next minute I'm just on the floor in a pickle. But yeah, that's it really. To be fair, yeah. In
a pickle, good way of putting it, I think.
Yeah.
Obviously, the last 3 games you've not been involved in. It's been a difficult period, is probably the best way of putting it. But is there a confidence amongst the squads that we can sort of get out of the situation we're in?
Yeah, 100%. Only takes one game to change what's going on, and I think we can do that on Saturday. Or we all know we've got great players in and around the building, so we can go into any match day thinking we're going to win.
And we know that moments like this can leave the squad feeling a little low, but have you sort of seen around the training ground environment sort of everyone still geeing themselves up, trying to do their best and to work towards those results?
Yeah, obviously we all get on and stuff like that, so there's been a little bit of frustration, but because we all get on, like the vibes and stuff like that isn't terrible. But obviously being frustrated is reasonable, and obviously if we're frustrated with it, the fans and stuff like that are going to be frustrated as well.
Something we've sort of seen in recent weeks as well is because of the defensive problems we've been having, is players sort of having to pitch in, sort of play in positions they're perhaps not used to. Do you find in those situations that perhaps players are sort of pitching in for one another, giving each other advice, helping each other out, especially for those ones that are playing sort of in an alien position, if you like?
Yeah, obviously, yeah. Like you said, there's been a lot of players playing out of positions and stuff like that, but I think that's credit to them. Obviously, willing to go out there and give it their all in a position that they're not used to, and I think you can only give them credit for that.
How much has been said since Tuesday night about the result, or is it one that you just sort of put your back of mind and move on from?
Obviously, Gaffer had his say at the end of the game, and just said next time we're in, just need to bounce back, and it's how we react from that defeat that will determine what we are as characters individually.
We've got that opportunity on Saturday then away at Stevenage, and it sort of parallels from last season. We went to Stevenage in a difficult position, but we got a point there that sort of was a good benchmark, and we went on to find some good form.
Yeah, like I said, it only takes one game to change your momentum, and we definitely think we can go Stevenage and win the game, or definitely get something out of it.
They played on Tuesday night as well, beat Wrexham away from home, which is a good result. I mean, they're going to be really buoyed by that.
Yeah, obviously they're going to want to make it 2 wins out of 2, but obviously I think we're more determined to turn our luck around and get that win.
Obviously, you've went through the protocols following injury, hope to be available for selection for the weekend. Have you found that there are players in the squad within the training ground environment that are banging on the door that perhaps haven't been playing?
Yeah. I think Gaffer probably gets a lot of people knocking on his door or wanting to have the conversation why they're not playing. And I think that's what's good about this team. Obviously, everyone trains during the week to want to play on the Saturday, so it's only right for them to go and knock on the door and ask what questions why they're not playing.
And you see that as a healthy thing, right?
Yeah, definitely. I think last year our squad was smaller than this year, so obviously the more players there are this time means there's even more competition, which is healthy for the team. I wouldn't say there's been any toxic or bad that's come from it. It's only really been good, I would say.
Just finally, obviously there's one more league game before we take a break for the FA Cup action. How important is it that we don't look ahead to that game and we solely focus on the weekend?
Yeah, obviously we're on a good cup run at the minute, but I think the league's more important because obviously we want to do well, definitely stay and finish as high up as we can. So I think we just need to take Stevenage on as it comes and then think about the cup game after that.